I think it's a choice actually between integrity and corruption, good and bad. I think it's a classic fight. And I think that citizens will have to make a choice.
It's not looking good for Fani Willis out here now. She tried to do all that extra entitled and extra arrogant sort of energy, saying that she ain't the one on trial and all this other stuff. Now look at where you at now.
They deserve a DA that won't have sex with his employees.
I didn't sexual assault anybody.
Who's Anna Rodriguez?
Ask that again, please.
No doubt. Hugging, kissing.
To have inappropriate contact because we deserve better.
I certainly will not be choosing people to date that work under me.
Man, oh man, Fani Willis is in big trouble again. This chick keeps getting cooked. This is so many self-inflicted wounds because Fani Willis today, she was ordered to pay over $21,000, almost $22,000 if you round up, because she failed, well, she basically lied about the open records request, which she received. And she basically told one story to Jim Jordan out in Congress and told another story to Judicial Watch. Okay, you see the title here, Georgia judge orders Fani Willis to pay Judicial Watch $22,000 in legal fees for her violation of the open records law. Okay, so what actually happened here, for those who don't know, is it is highly suspected that Fani Willis was colluding with the Biden DOJ. Now, she has denied this because, of course, she would. And what happened is Jim Jordan from Congress, Republican senator in Congress, he put in a request for information from her. She ignored it, saying that she didn't have any documentation from her in the DOJ because it just didn't exist, right? She just said it didn't exist. So, and she didn't even like formally respond, but that was all the response that she gave. I believe it was like over email or something. And then she thought she could just move on from it and nobody would do anything. Then Judicial Watch, a conservative organization, put in a official open records request. Okay, so they put this request in, and what Fani Willis said this time is not that she didn't have any documents. She said that the documents didn't qualify because they were exempt documents. So she basically didn't have to send those documents in because all of them are exempt. So she just doesn't have to do anything. They called BS, or at least the judge called BS, and ordered not only Fani Willis to pay Judicial Watch attorney's fees back for having to sue her, but also she still has to provide the documents that she claimed falsely were exempt. Now, Roland Martin here, you know, he is a Fani Willis simp. He's a champion for Kamala Harris. I mean, he's pretty much simps for all the ladies, especially the black women, only the black women, and shields for the Democrats. This is just who this guy is, okay? It's like the total polar opposite of my channel because I ain't simping for nobody. You got to be personally benefiting me and my family and the economy and the country, and then I'll sing your praises. But if I think you're garbage, oh, I'm going to call you out. And even Roland Martin can't stand Fani Willis because he feels like it's all her fault. She ruined their chances to prosecute Trump, and he doesn't like it. He's sad and he's upset. And even some of his own people are turning against him for being mean to the sister. These people are so stupid, and it's hilarious. Let's go ahead and react to this.
I'm going to say it again. We are here because of Fani Willis's decision. In this case here, I don't care what anybody says. If you're trying to convict a former occupant of the Oval Office, everything has got to be clean.
Facts.
There cannot be a blemish on anybody on the team. It doesn't matter. And common sense says, sorry, boo, you can't be on the team. No, you cannot. I don't care.
You know, I saw some people in the comments saying that, well, she asked some other prosecutors first before Nathan Wade. That is correct. But do you guys realize there's literally thousands of prosecutors? Tens of thousands of prosecutors. She could ask any of them. Eventually, after a handful, She went on to Nathan Wade. Those other prosecutors were probably smart. They didn't want people to dig up their dirt. They know that it's a dirty business. They know that they probably did something somewhere in their past that somebody could dig up and say, well, hey, look at you. Look at what you did. Fani Willis let her pride, her hubris, her ego control her actions here. And look at what's happening to her now. Donald Trump is about to be sworn in. He literally just, January 6th just passed. He is the president. And he's about to have his inauguration in about 2 weeks from now. Meanwhile, Fani Willis may be going to jail another couple months, maybe a couple years, but she might be looking at that orange jumpsuit that she was looking forward to having Donald Trump in. She's going to be taking her own mugshot right there in the Fulton County Jail, same place that she made Trump take his mugshot.
What anybody says. And so this is not, oh, well, this is attacking her. No, it's not. She made this call. And that's why we're where we are right now. Why is it a surprise? If you are a blue dot in a sea of red, you gotta make sure your stuff is tight where you give nobody an opportunity to rule the way they ruled.
It's a surprise because so many times we have watched people say, well, we're gonna go to the rule of law. The rule of law is what's always been shoved down our throats by the Republican side. Let's follow the rule of law. And that's even what happened in this particular case. The trial judge said, yes, there is an odor of mendacity at this case. We're looking at, the person who testified. Yeah, they're probably lying. But again, I have found it not to be improper, so I'm not going to disqualify her. And
listen to the tone of this guy effectively saying, well, we know this case is a sham. I mean, we just know, but we can't prove it hard enough. So just go ahead and proceed and prosecute the person. Imagine if it were you or your son or your daughter or your wife or your brother, and you knew these people were clearly corrupt as hell, just very difficult to definitively prove, but there's lots of signs and evidence that look like it. But no, we'll just go ahead and prosecute them anyway. Who cares? Just do it because that's what the law says. Or what's the problem? I don't think you'd be okay with that.
You never do anything to put yourself in a position to where it has to go where somebody else is now determining the rules. That's where it is. Let me go to my panel here, Joy, Greg. Joy, I want to start with you. Joy, I've had a couple of people text me and they were like, you should be defending the sister. I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't. If I was the Fulton County DA, I'm saying to everybody on the team, if you got even a smidgen of a problem, tell me right now, and I'm probably going to boot you off the team.
I mean, well, who the hell is going to tell you a smidgen of a problem that they have or a big problem that they have? They're probably not going to tell you that. When they will tell you, it'll probably be too late. But you know what the problem was? Nobody had a problem. Fani Willis herself was the problem. She screwed this up. She imploded this her damn self. She imploded this entire case. I mean, gloriously. I'm obviously glad that that's what happened. But I mean, Nathan Wade's not to blame, even though she was paying him like damn near $1 million. But he's not to blame. She's the one who decided to pay him that much. She's the one who decided to go on the trips and to claim she used cash, even though he swiped his credit card. It was clear as day on the financial records. But she claims she paid him back. She claims she paid him back with no evidence of it. This is all Fani Willis's fault. She's the one who was busy getting a doggy style. Okay, she couldn't help herself. Okay, like her lustful nature. Every bad thing that you could think of is the reason why this happened to Fani Willis. Lust, greed, pride, ego, hubris, like everything bad about human nature is exactly why this failed. All the things that, she probably is accusing Trump of is exactly who she is.
She should have recused herself. Not just the other man, I'm forgetting his name right now. She should have recused herself. If she had done that early on, We might have been able to put it behind us. She would not have become the story. And we could have saved so that her office could have continued with the case. But instead, that did not happen.
And the thing here, Greg,
it's been a problem.
And Greg, because of this decision, the case may be over. I mean, this is what happens when it's taken out of your hands, and you gotta play chess. You gotta be thinking forward and going, okay, they're gonna do this. They're gonna do everything they can to try to end this, take it out of my hands. I can't give them anything.
Well, Fani Willis obviously wasn't that smart. She thought she was. A lot of people think that they are, but the guys, this man, Donald Trump, probably Michael Roman as well, probably a lot of people, she was suing so many freaking people for this Georgia RICO thing that was originally meant to capture like literal drug cartels and drug dealers. And now all of a sudden it means something else entirely. So she established her own BS president with that alone. But people like Donald Trump and basically his whole family have like a winning culture. They have like a culture of success, a culture of smart people, like where if you not the by far the smartest and most talented and most amazing person, then it's like something's wrong with you. Like, ask Trump about his brother. Him and his brother used to be competing heavily in trying to catch up to their dad and work harder and smarter than him. And they said the mom was smart and a hard worker, and like all these people are brilliant. They hung around brilliant friends and brilliant colleagues and acquaintances and always doing business deals. These people were basically on a whole nother level their entire life. Fani Willis is probably like one of the only people in her family with a lick of intelligence, and that's not saying a lot. Okay, I see stuff like this all the time where somebody thinks like, oh, they're like one person, they're like the smartest person in their family, so they think they're doing big things. They get to a DA position, all of a sudden they think that they hot stuff. You saw the way she came huffing and puffing to that damn courtroom. She didn't know what the hell she was doing. This lady is dumb. She leads with emotion, especially when it's involving her personal life. Think about all the people she prosecuted, probably for a bunch of BS, that she falsely prosecuted, got convicted. She didn't care anything about their life and what she was doing to them. Now, all of a sudden, when her life and all her hard work and whatever other nonsense and illegal stuff she did, now that she's being threatened, now all of a sudden she wants to get all huffy and emotional, but didn't care a damn thing about anybody else. And she wanted to ruin Trump's life and just screw over every Trump voter from having the ability to vote for him. This lady loves to try to throw herself in some sort of moral high ground, but she's been immoral from the beginning. I think all the viewers here know that the only thing that apparently she was good at is giving some top to Nathan Wade, because obviously her prosecutorial skills and her professional code of ethics are heavily compromised. Her morals are compromised, sleeping with a married man, by the way. Nathan Wade, at least at the time, was still married, and looks like Fani Willis still sneaking around and effing on Nathan Wade, saying that, oh, the relationship stopped, but all of a sudden you showing up on camera with him because your daughter getting arrested. You need to make sure that you don't have skeletons in your own closet before you go raiding other people's houses. So I wonder if she's going to pay Judicial Watch in cash the $21,500 that she owes. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate y'all watching the Black Anomaly Rising channel. I'm out.
Are you going to be ordering Grey Goose tonight? Paying in cash?
Gotcha, bitch.